All right, everybody. Hello. Welcome to GIP Financials. I am your host, Sonia Johnson. Yes, there go my t-shirt. I had to get up. Get a position. Y'all like it. There go my t-shirt. Yeah, don't play with it. Don't play while I'm touching my laptop. I can't do nothing with it. All right. I got a joke for y'all. I had to look up some money jokes. I couldn't do accounting jokes because there was too much jargon with the head. So I got a couple of jokes. Y'all ready for these jokes? All right. Here's the first joke. Why don't cows have any money? Why don't cows have any money? You know, because farmers milk them dry. Dee-da. All right, I'm just gonna do one joke. I gotta be good. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is night 3 of the 3 financial mistakes CEOs make in their business. So, if you are looking for information that's going to help you increase your profits in your business, you have come to the right place. If you are looking for information on how to keep the alphabet boys out your pockets, alphabet boys being the IRS, you have come to the right place. If you are looking for resources to say, hey, I don't want to touch these receipts, they are getting on my nerves. Every time you look at or think about your taxes, you just roll your eyes and pop your neck. You are in the right place. So, as a recap, Wednesday we talked about not establishing your business properly with your proper licensing. We talked about your business checking account. We talked about insurance. We talked about your EIN. Yesterday, we talked about not establishing your money in system. In accounting land, we call money in accounts receivable. So we talked about as CEOs, you need to have a strategy for when prospective clients come to you, how you're going to lock them in and also ensure that payment is processed properly, right? So if you want to listen to any of those two, they are on the YouTube channel. Like and subscribe. Turn to your neighbor and say like and subscribe. Turn to another neighbor and say like and subscribe, right? Shout out to the like ministry. Shout out to the subscribe ministry. You gotta do both. We all gotta work together. Amen and amen. So tonight we are talking about not establishing your money out system, right? So when we talked about our money in system, when we said the good government name is called accounts receivable, the nickname is money in. So for money out, its good government name is called accounts payable, otherwise known as AP. So we're going to talk about establishing your money out system tonight. So when we're talking about your money out system, there are 2 guiding questions that I want you to be thinking about. So just like I said yesterday, take tonight as we're going through things live to just listen. And then I suggest you go back to the replay, get your pen and pad, and write some things out. Okay? So, with that being said, y'all ready to learn something? Y'all ready to learn something? Let me raise your hand. Yes, I'm ready to learn. Who ready for that big brain? You got a big brain today? That's it. That baby got a big old brain. I know that's right. That's why you the CEO. Mm-hmm. Surely is. All right. So let's talk about the first question in the money out system. Question 1. How will you pay your vendors? Okay. The people that perform services for your business and you pay them for their services, those are called vendors. Okay. How are you going to pay them? And it's really going to be based on the preference of said vendor, right? They may only take checks. Hopefully they were listening to yesterday's video, and we're talking about the best practice of making sure that you have different methods of payment so you won't miss clients, right? So hopefully they have paper check option, cash, online platforms, all that good stuff, right? So just make sure that you are using the platform that's best for you. Okay. And also, remember the goal is automation, even in your money out system. We talked about that yesterday with money in, right? So when you're paying your bills, the goal is automation. Now, especially in the world of QuickBooks, most of my clients, including myself, when I use my conferencing software or DocuSign, stuff like that, I set up those payments directly through those platforms. I don't necessarily use QuickBooks to write checks and stuff like that. And then most of my clients will do the same thing, right? So just be aware of how much money, right, that you're spending each month as you're paying your bills, because like I said yesterday, in the video, the money that you see in your bank account doesn't necessarily mean the money that you have to ball out with, because you, CEO, have a business to run. And if you have expenses that you know are coming in every month, you have to be thinking about those things, in your net profit. So the money that you get in minus the expenses that it takes to run your business equals your net profit. Technically, the net profit is what you have to quote unquote ball out on, but you got to be thinking long term, because you got something called cash flow, right? So before you start saying, "Oh, I'm gonna go get cheese on that hamburger," you got to make sure next month that you got enough cash to cover your expenses. God forbid that if your customers don't pay you on time and things like that, it's always good to have a cash reserve. And you also have to make sure as well that you reserve a portion of your net profit for your taxes at the end of the year. I would recommend about 20% of your net profit should be put in a reserve. Most bank accounts have what they call, like, not separate accounts, but like sub accounts or envelopes or something like that, where you can take that portion of your net profits and put them aside to pay your taxes with. So keep that in mind. All right. With your vendors, see if they have credit accounts. We talked about business credit, right? And as you're establishing your business credit, you have to do it in baby steps. So there are some businesses that have what we call net 30 accounts. One I know is like Quill and Uline, where you can create an account, you can get like $100 worth of stuff, they bill you for it in 30 days, and you just pay it off. Those type of accounts are kind of like what we call like the fundamental accounts that help you generate business credit, right? So check and see if your vendors have their own credit accounts, because that'll help you establish your business credit. And then also be cognizant of when those payments are due. All right. Just like with last night, we talked about with your invoices, are you going to bill your clients on a net 10, a net 15, a net 30, or due upon receipt? Are you going to have deposits depending on the level of service that you're providing? In some cases, I do, request deposits, especially for grant and loan application assistance. Because that's an hourly rate, my deposit is the equivalent of 2 hours, right? Because I just need to know that you're serious with my full time. All right. So be thinking about all those things, because those things can help you in your accounts receivable and your money in, help you with your cash flow and meet the needs of your business and or your team, but also for money out that helps you with your cash flow. Okay. And then also we talked about last night about the incentive of early pay discounts. See if your vendors offer that same benefit. So even if they provide like a net 30 service, if you pay that bill within 15 of the 30 days, see if they'll knock some of it off. Okay. So a lot of the best practices for accounts receivable, I will also suggest, in your accounts payable as well. But closed mouths don't get fed, y'all. Okay, you get on their website and you read, or if you have a relationship with your vendor, ask them. Okay, and if y'all do consistent business with each other, it's definitely worth the ask. Okay, and then things happen. Cash flow can get a little tight. Unexpected things, um, may exist. And if that is the case, and you feel like you might have to make a partial payment, make sure you communicate that to your vendor. Don't ghost your vendor. Do not do that. Please don't do that. Because CEO, however you treat your vendors, that's how your customers going to treat you. Cause sowing and reaping. Hello, right? You make sure that you treat the folks that you do business with the way you expect your customers to treat you. Hello, lights. Hello. And amen. Right? So that is question number 1. How will you pay your vendors? Question number 2 is, how will you categorize your spending? Now, this is going to be important because of the tax deduction conversation, right? In my short time in GIP, a lot of my clients have no idea what they can deduct on their taxes and for their business. And what happens is they just take their numbers, they take them to a tax preparer. No shade to tax preparers. You guys, all right, y'all get love from me. But I am gonna, if this reflects your behavior, then I suggest that you realign yourself. All right. Just saying. Love you. Anyway, so if you take your stuff to a tax preparer, you don't have it organized, I'm telling you now, 9 times out of 10, they are not going to organize this stuff for you without an extra price tag attached to it. And then if they do it, there is a good chance they're probably going to outsource that. They are not doing it themselves, which means that there's another line of possible inaccuracy or miscommunication. This is another reason why who you choose to run your numbers with is an investment. And that's one of the core values for us, is that we are not a transaction. We're here as part of your team. Kind of think of us like the little dude on Ocean's 11 that was the acrobat that could do all that stuff, and he can go up through the elevator shafts and stuff like that. I thought he was pretty cool, so I'm going to identify myself as him. That's who you want on your team. You need specific people with specific skills to help you get your job done. Point, for example, I have my wonderful social media assistant, Tierney. I do not do social media posts. I'm extremely inconsistent with it. I am, in Memphis terms, I am slaw. I am slaw bucket when it comes to social media. So guess what I had to do? I had to invest in a social media manager / content creator, CEO. You have to be honest enough with yourself to identify the things that you have to delegate. Love you. I love the baby. All right, so how will you categorize your spending, CEO? So let's talk about it. So you have a couple of categories to be mindful of. One is your operating expenses. These are going to be your typical supplies, right? Materials, your contracted services, right? So say, for example, if you are, most people that have a brick and mortar, you're going to have an electrician coming to you, maybe somebody to clean your business. Those are contracted services. Your landlord, if you're renting out your space, those are contracted services, right? So just as an example, payroll and benefits. If you have staff, guess what? Even with your 1099 contractors, you can actually pay them through your payroll. You have an option. You can actually pay them through check, or you can pay them through payroll. I would suggest that you utilize what's going to give you more automation. In my opinion, you probably want to do it as through your payroll. It's not going to cost that much. it's not going to add too much to it, because you got to think about it with your payroll software. You have to pay, per person that you pay, right? So you're going to have a fixed rate, and then they might add a little, couple of cents extra per person that you pay. I think it's worth it, especially if that payroll company is going to track and disperse the 1099 information. Oh yeah, you better add them contractors to your payroll, right? So that's one less thing you got to worry about, because I promise you, when January comes and you've been paying them folks through Cash App and PayPal and all of that, now this year is supposed to be different, because if that business through Cash App, PayPal, caveat, if they're using their business account and not their personal account, if you give them over $600, that platform, Cash App, PayPal, Stripe, or whoever, is going to issue them a 1099. But I'm here to tell you, it's always good to have a backup. Let the church say amen, right? And amen. All right, so you got operating expenses, you have payroll and benefits. Oh, we got something called fixed assets, right? And fixed assets are your any like equipment that's over $500. Okay, and these are going to be particularly things that you can liquidate and sell in the event, God forbid, that you have to close your business down. Okay, so this is going to be like your vehicles, like say if you're in a salon, like your chairs and stuff like that. Anything for your business that's going to be, over that amount, because there is a special word that we love in the accounting world called depreciation. And the beauty of depreciation is that you can take that sales price of that item, if it's over $1,500, over $500, and you can spread it out almost a certain amount of time. Now, the IRS has guidance. In most cases, I believe it's 5 years, as far as like how long you have to depreciate an item. But the IRS does have guidance on the type of equipment that it is, or whatever that you're trying to depreciate, and how long you can depreciate it for. And so again, if you need tax guidance on that, we got the dude for you. His name Bro Tunstall, Mike Tunstall of G1 Business Group. He is the official tax preparer of GIP Financials. He is the homie. Somebody put in the comments, the homie. That's who he is. That Bro Tunstall is the homie. All right. So you got operating expenses, payroll and benefits, fixed assets. Okay. Those are primarily going to be the three types of expenses that you're going to have. All right. And here's another caveat that is a thing I see all the time when my team and I are categorizing transactions. CEOs, I'm going to need you guys to separate business and personal expenses. Do not use your business checking account. Take your kids to McDonald's. Chuck E. Cheese. All that. Sonic Happy Hour. I said it. I did say it. Because this is what's going to happen. If I do business with you and we connect your bank feed to QuickBooks, and I see all these glorious meals and things that I know that are not business related, I'm going to do this right here and say, ma'am, sir, it's $5 to McDonald's. What is going on here? And then you like, I think, I don't know. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to categorize that to owner's draw. Because here's the thing. The IRS, if you have too many meals, undocumented meals at that, and too many travel expenses, those two categories right there, you better have some paper behind them. Because if you do business with GIP Financials and you don't have any paperwork for meals and trips, it's automatically going to owner's draw. It is going to be categorized as a personal expense, because we are trying to keep the alphabet boys off of you. Instead of them saying, hey, big head, it's sliding in your DM, right? Yeah. I don't know. Do the IRS, I don't know. Child, they liable to do anything. Well, that's our job to keep them folks out of all that. Okay. So if you are definitely going to have, of course, you're going to have business lunches and meals and stuff like that. I'm not telling you not to do that. But if you're going to do it, keep your receipts right on there, the time, who you are meeting with, and the purpose of that meal. Please do that. Take a picture of it. I don't know what type of invisible ink, James Bond level type of magician type of stuff they got going on with these receipts now. About a week later after you get the receipt, ain't nothing on that thing. Ain't a mine. I tell you what's the truth. Please take a picture of it. And if you have accounting software, which I pray that you all do, attach that picture to the transaction. You can do it in QuickBooks. Did I tell you QuickBooks also had a mobile app? Can I also give you a gem for free? How many of y'all got little kids out there? How many of your little kids got a phone? Guess what you can do? Get them a job. Guess what they can do? Receipt minutes. They can be the chief receipt officer of your business. They be on the phone anyway. Let them clowns take some pictures of them receipts and then show them how to upload those jokers on QuickBooks. And then when you take them to McDonald's for that $5, guess what? It's a business expense. Thank you. That was for free, right? Because they got to eat on it. I'm just saying. And then they be happy in the mud. They will be happy. Just saying. They sure will be happy. Right. So that's that. So CEOs, make sure that in addition to that, ATM withdrawals are no. That's another red flag. Because y'all know y'all be keeping up with them receipts. You know how good way after you done took that money out that account, you don't know what you did. You don't remember. And like I said, if you are my client and my team already knows, this is why I tell them on a regular basis. If they're going through those accounts and they're discussing those things with the client, and they're like, oh, I don't think, if they can't tell you in about 5 seconds, categorize an owner's draw. It's not even worth the time. Categorize an owner's draw. We're going to keep moving. All right. So that's a big red flag. The meals, using your business checking account for your personal expenses, just because it comes out your business account don't mean it's deductible. Just saying. And the cotton picking ATM withdrawals. Stop it. All right. I'm through fussing. That's all I got. 30 minutes. Right? We got any questions, any comments, anything? Anything? Can I do my announcements? Oh, we got one? Okay, hold on. What we got? Let me see. Child, I can't hear you with one eye. What should they do if they have been making those mistakes? If you've been making those mistakes, if you've been making those mistakes and you've already filed your 2021 taxes, child, ain't nothing I can do for you there. You pretty much done. But it's a new year for 2022. So guess what? GIP Financials has what we call end of year, not end of year, but we can do a tax cleanup. We can look at your current financials and we can clean. We in Memphis, right? We're gonna clean them junks up. That's what we gonna do. Right? So it's never too late. Oh, here, Deacon Hand, won't you come? The time is now. Won't you please come? While the blood is running warm in your veins. Right? And let me also say this. Many of my prospective clients come to me just like that. I've been making so many mistakes. We're gonna get free from all that guilt and shame. But guess what? You made the decision to talk to somebody and get some help. That's what these lives are for, right? So yeah, that's what we want, right? We gonna take care of the baby. We love the baby. So if you have been making those mistakes, don't make them anymore. You can look at your 2022 receipts from January up to now and say, you know what? Dang, that was personal. That was personal. That was this. That was that. If you remember what you did, write your name and all that information stuff on the receipts. Take pictures. Yo, them kids out for the summer, man. What they doing? Get the clowns off that video game. Get them off that. They ain't even got the Wii no more, dude. What's the PS4? Get the clowns off PS4. Snap some pictures and be on receipt ministry. That's what you do. What you got? You got a little note. I can't see. Can we help with tax penalties? I cannot, but I'm going to tell you who can. Brother Tunstall. Brother Mike Tunstall of G1 Business Group can help you with tax penalties. Yes, he can. All right. And if you email us at info@gipfinancials.com and put on there, I need help with my taxes, we will send you the information to Brother Tunstall. We got you. Okay. Have no fear. GIP and Brother Tunstall are here. Like Power Rangers. I'm blue. I don't know, Brother Tunstall's company, he got green. Yeah, I'll be blue. He can be green. That's all right. Okay, so I'm through fussing. Is it time for the announcements? Is it time for the announcements? All right. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time. Child, I got all this hair on my head. Hold on. It is time for your evening announcements. All right. So I hope you guys got some good information tonight. I appreciate the questions, right? And shout out to y'all, because guess what? I got about 40-something subscribers. Every night this one gone higher, higher, lift up. Yes. We bless the Lord for the increase. Yes. All right. So with that being said, save the date, y'all. June the 20th through the 22nd is the Secure the Bag CEO Challenge. You thought this was good? Oh, you wait until June the 20th through the 22nd. We're going to be doing a deeper dive into everything that we just talked about these past 3 days, right? We are trying to make sure that every CEO can implement one thing in those 3 days that can increase their profits in the next 30 days. Simple, practical thing you can implement immediately, right? Because that's what it's all about. I know most of us, especially entrepreneurs, have invested in programs and stuff where we like the information, but either we were scared to implement or we didn't know what to do next, right? Because I'm a teacher, I don't even play like that. I'm going to make sure that you know what you need, right? If it's either step by step, I can walk you through it. I'm going to give you some guiding questions to help you think through what you feel like you need for your business, right? That's how you secure the bag. So, excuse me, June 20th through the 22nd, that's a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. General admission starts 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. If you want to spend an extra hour with me and have a Dr. Phil session at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, that's the VIP hour, right? So if you want general admission, it's $47. VIP is $197. So you're getting an extra hour with me. I might be able to bring some of my partners along with me as well, so my experts for our team, to help with some of the questions as well. Soon to come, but you have to purchase the challenge in order to find out who the special guests are, right? So Tierney is going to post a link in the description for you guys to purchase the Secure the Bag CEO Challenge. And so it's going to be live on Eventbrite. You can register for it now all the way up until June the 15th. We are stopping sales June the 15th. so we can figure out who all's VIP. We can make sure that everybody is accommodated and all that good stuff. So we need time to plan, don't it? Right? So guess what? It's June the 3rd, right? Go ahead and save your money and get in where you fit in. And I promise you, you're going to get at least double your investment, especially in VIP. Ain't nobody charging this low in VIP. I'll tell you that right now. Okay? So make sure that you sign up, and I'm going to give you a comedy show on top of this. So it's value on top of value. So ain't no telling what I'm going to have on during these 3 days. Just say it. It's going to be decent, though. That's one thing I can't say. It's going to be decent. I ain't going to do you like that. All right. So, security bag challenge. And I got another surprise for the babies. For the past 3 days, we've been talking about these 3 mistakes. So guess what I did for y'all? Because I love y'all and because I'm an educator at heart, I have created a checklist of all the things that we talked about for the past 3 days. Okay? And so it is coming out soon. Right? We're still in the process of getting things wrapped up. So once it's ready, Tyranny will post the link in the description for it as well. That is free. I'm just giving that to y'all as a gift because y'all been hanging with me and rocking with me. I really appreciate that. Like I said, my goal is to make sure that you guys get in position. And I'm going to teach my heart out and give you guys practical steps to make sure that you do what you need to do. And then even in the midst of all that, if you still need some help, guess what? All for free consultations, free 30-minute consultations. Once you go to GIPfinancials.com, at the top right-hand corner, you're going to see a little green box that says schedule a consultation. And make sure that you click the link there. And you can bring your checklist with you if you want to. Sure can. And we can walk through some things in 30 minutes. And then I can also offer and suggest some services that will help you, right? I'm going to be honest with you. If you're a CEO, you should not be handling your books. You should not. Now, I'm not saying that you should know your numbers. You should definitely know your numbers. But you don't need to be doing the task around it. Delegate that to somebody. Every month, you need to know where your numbers are. You know your profit and loss. You know if you got a profit, you got a loss. Or you just make sure that you know, especially like if you're applying for funding, things like that. That's why you need an accountant. That's why you need a bookkeeper. Because, and especially if you guys are just sitting on cash, dude, you need to have a strategic spending plan so you can get down your net profit. Think about prepaying some expenses, reduce your net profit so that you don't have to pay. You pay your taxes on your net profit on your business. So that's the goal. We're trying to reduce your tax liability. I ain't saying you not pay your taxes. That's not what I'm saying. You are not going to jail, clown. That's not what I see. Oh, I'm sorry. So I'm being good. So that's all I've got. So save the date, go register for the Security Bag Challenge, and also make sure that you sign up and get the free three financial mistakes that CEOs make in their businesses checklist. And if you want to find out more about GIP Financials, you're already on YouTube, so you should have already subscribed by now. Share it with the rest of your CEO friends. I'm on LinkedIn under Sonia Jones. We're on Facebook under GIP Financials, and we're on Instagram under GIP Financials. We're here, there, and everywhere. Y'all like my glasses? I like my glasses. We're going to Miami next week. Want a Black Equity Conference. And I want to take these with us. And we're going to have a little photo booth. And y'all can take pictures, throw the Memphis Peace sign, all that stuff like that. So we're going to have a good old time. Be ready for the content. Child, ain't no telling what's going to happen. Good things going to happen in Miami. But they're going to be silly things because that's just how I roll. All right, that's all I got. We got any more questions, any commentary, anything like that? The positionettes. Shout out to the positionettes. We good. All right, y'all. So I hope that you have a fantastic weekend. Get some rest. CEOs, take this time across the weekend to just dream think, strategize. Think about some of those guiding questions and how you want to take your business to the next level. And if you need me, holler at me. You know where I am. All right. Have a good night.